need to go back in time to save the future. What? Where am I? What is this place? I wanted to go back 1 week. What year is this? But what is on my... I'm carrying a gun and a cowboy hat? What is this? Oh man, now I'm definitely gonna miss that TV show. Wonder if they have cable here. At least they have cookies, I hope. They have cookies, right? Oh man, I need to find a time machine now. Hope they got one at the store. Hi everybody and welcome to the channel. I am Richard. Today I am quite thrilled because I'm going to show you something that I think is really awesome. I'm going to show you Threetale. This is a game about you having to go back to your past to save the future. I'm going to show you an overview of this game. I'm going to go through some of the features in this game. This game is from Boardgamegeek. It's from 1-3 players. And it's around 2 hours of gameplay, and there's a lot of cool small components in this one. A lot of cool small dices, a lot of cool miniatures, and some cool tiles. So let's take a look at this awesome game. This is the setup of the board, and as you can see, there's a lot of small cool components here. We have our player boards here on the sides, alongside with our small little miniatures all ready to go out and journey through time. We have some battle cards, some artifact cards, and some treasure cards. And as you can see, they all have 1, 2, 3 different levels, and they should be sorted up in each level. Then we have some bonus cards with a red cross and a green cross. We also have some prophecy cards here. These should be drawn at the start of the game to figure out the future. Then we have some tiles here. This will eventually become the map that we are journeying on. We have some battle tokens here to show how much damage we have done. We have treasure tokens, battle tokens, also these ones sorted up from 1 to 3. Then we have some quest tokens, and we have some sacred stone tokens. We have white cubes, blue cubes, red cubes, and red cubes, alongside some really cool small dices here. And the last thing we have is the quest cards. First thing we need to do before we travel into the unknown is to draw 3 prophecy cards. This one will determine what is going to happen in the future phase. And it's a good thing to choose your heroes after you have drawn these cards, because down here you will see what kind of skills you will need most during this adventure. Once you have figured out what hero you would like to be, you should fill up their starting abilities, indicated by a highlighted white square, and it should be filled up with these small white little cubes. Each hero have their own unique starting levels. The symbols you see down here are called virtues. This is the speed, the amount of squares your character can move. The symbol over here is called love, and this is the amount of dices that you will be able to use during battle. Then we have hope, which can change the value of any dice, also the enemy dice. This one here is called Fate and lets you draw bonus cards. Over here we have Endeavor, which lets you do additional actions. Then we have Endurance, and this one lets you increase a chosen virtue. Remember, these are called virtues, and this one will let you increase them. The last one over here is called Mercy, and this one lets you increase another player's virtues instead. In the middle here we have something called Shista. This is this player's special abilities. There are 6 of them, but you can only choose to upgrade 3 of the 6. Up here we got something called Spirit. This is your actual life during battle. So now we are done with the prophecy phase. We have drawn our cards, we have put our little cubes here where they're supposed to be put, and we move into the second phase. This is the past phase, and this is where the gameplay actually starts. Now, the first thing a player should do is to draw a tile. These tiles all have different paddles and different symbols on them, and they can be placed in any way you want to. You can twist and turn them however you want. But if there's already a tile placed on the table, you should place the second tile, or third or fifth or so on, side by side by the tile that's already on the table. Not diagonal or halfway. You should do it fully side by side. After the player have placed the tiles on the table, he puts out his little miniature. This is where he will start the game. But as I told you, as you can see, there are other symbols on this tiles as well, meaning that here you should place out a battle tree token, and up here you should put up a white little cube. Here is a battle 1 token, and down here is a treasure 2 token. Once you have filled up the little spots here with the tokens and the cubes, it's time for this player to make its first move. And it got 1 action. It has not upgraded anything, so it can only do 1 thing. But it could choose to move over here, for example, and pick up this cube. So now that this player is done, it is this player's turn, and he will do the exact same steps. He will first draw a tile, put the tile down anywhere that he or she would like to, put out the symbols on the tile, 1 treasure, 1 kista, and 1 white little cube. Then they can put up their miniature anywhere they want to on the board. Choosing here. Now this character actually starts with 1 additional action, which means that they can move 3 steps and do 2 actions instead of the custom 1. So he wants to move 1 2-step over here, picking up the treasure and picking up the white little cube. I just picked up a white cube. That means that I get to upgrade 1 of my virtues. Now I would like my little feller here to have a little bit more actions, so I'm gonna upgrade that one. I just picked up a treasure. Hopefully I'm gonna get something good out of this. And as you can see on the treasure, there is a number on it, number 3, indicating that I should take the top treasure from pile 3, meaning this one. And if we flip the card around, we can see some different symbols. Out here is the amount that I need to roll with a dice to actually get something. If I roll 0, I get hurt. If I roll 1 to 2, I get nothing. This is the symbol for nothing. If I roll 3, I will be able to pick up an artifact of number 2, meaning these cards. Now I got a 3, so I get to pick from the second pile here and take an artifact number 2. But what are artifacts? Well, artifacts are kind of like items, and depending on what item you get, you should place them on different sides on your board. This one, for example, should be on your feet. Now it's the third player's turn, and they do the exact same thing. They take a tile, place it on the table wherever they like to, they take the corresponding tokens and put them on the corresponding place, and the little cubes if it's needed. Then they take the little miniature here and they put them on the tile. Now this figure has a movement 2 and 1 action as a standard, so this one will move 1 step and fight. Just like the treasures, you should take the battle card that corresponds with the number on the token, meaning this one. On the card of the enemy, you can see the enemy's stats on this corner. On the other corner, you can see what you will achieve if you win. Now, the speed will determine who will go first. If the enemy has more speed than you, the enemy will go first. If the enemy has the same speed as you, the enemy will go first. On the level 1 cards, they are not that hard, but when you come up to level 2 and level 3, things will get a bit worse, as these enemies, they get to draw bonus cards as well. Plus, number 3 cards also have special talents.
The level of your love is the one that determines how many dice you can throw in battle. This player can only throw 2 dice in battle. So this person is really brave or stupid, I don't know which. But he gets to throw 2 of these dice. If you get this symbol here, that is a hit. If you get the black side, that is a miss. The enemy will roll the same dice, but they will use their strength to determine how many dice they will use instead. You can also pick up small quest tokens during your adventure. These ones will grant you a quest card. And if you fulfill the requirements on this card, you will get some extra benefits. And then we have bonus cards. There's bonus cards for the players, but there's also bonus cards for the enemies, giving you different types of improvements. This one, for example, lets the enemy get 1 more speed, but this one will let you get 1 more action and 1 more speed as well. When you have striked your damage, you show that by putting on a damage token. On the tiles, players can also find portals. With these, the player can immediately transport itself to another portal. Last thing we have here on the tiles are the altars. On the altars, you can sacrifice different things. You can sacrifice, for example, artifacts to get better artifacts, but you can also get better stones for your Shvista, so you can update them. The past phase continues like this until the last tile have been placed on the board, making the map complete. In the third phase, the present phase, this is where you randomly draw 1 of the prophecy cards that you drew in the start of the game. Now, this card is going to represent your future phase. Now, I drew number 1, the 9 rings of creation. And this is where things start to get really awesome. On this one, you have a little description of the mission and what you are trying to achieve. Then you have a number up here. This number is corresponding with 1 of the 5 boxes. There is 1 box per prophecy. Once you have found the little box, you open it and then you read the future book. In the future book, you will find a number corresponding with the prophecy that you have just drawn, and how the story will go and what the setup is for this prophecy. What we would need to do now is to clear these tiles from their old tokens and replace them with the new tokens from the number 1 box instead. In the future book, you will find what you will replace the old tokens with. This is really cool. This is leveling up the game to a whole new level. You have the level 1 standard basic games, and then all of a sudden you get, boom, 5 new ones. So in the future box, not only do you get the new tokens to put up on the tile, you also get a little miniature representing the goal you're trying to reach. But you also get new cards. In every little future box, there are new enemies, there are new encounters, there's new tokens, there are new little miniatures. I love this. I am not going to show you everything in these boxes because I think that you deserve to be surprised and see it for yourself. This is an awesome way of doing a game. And the cool thing is that every mission in this book is different. So there are 5 different unique missions for you to complete. You will need to flip tiles. Some of them will need to be completed within a certain matter of time. This is a nerdgasm. This is the game that keeps on giving. I mean, there's so many layers here that you can peel off. You can upgrade your characters. You can find treasures. You can open these boxes and find new miniatures and new tokens. You can even read backstories about the characters. Where did they come from? Where did they want to go? I mean, it's beautiful, and the artwork is so well done. Even on the miniatures here and the tiles, tokens, everything, these dices, they're like, I don't know what they are, but they feel like magic. I almost feel like I'm in a sacred place when I'm playing this game. I really like it. And this is only a prototype. This is not even its finished form. I mean, but it's so beautiful. It's so well made. I can highly recommend you to check out this game. They have a Kickstarter that goes live now in August.
The link will be down in my description. So there you have it, people. That was Threetale for you from Boardaria, a story-driven, beautifully well-made game, and I wish them the best of luck on their Kickstarter that goes live soon. Check it out. Like I said, the link is down here in the description. If you like this video, please give me a little subscribe down here. It gives me a smile every time I get a new follower. Or just give me a thumbs up and write down in the comments what you think about the game. Are you gonna check it out? Which part did you like of it? And until next week, please take care of each other. Please spread that board game love. I love this community and I'm so proud to be a part of it. Take care.